This business owner started cutting hair when he was only 14 years old. On top of that, he started his first barber studio when he was only 17, 18 years old. That's crazy. And now today, at the age of 22, you can say he's had a lot of experience with business and just life in general. We talked about different things such as trials in entrepreneurship, great tips for entrepreneurs, and some of the common mistakes that people make when they're getting into business. What's up, you guys? My name is AJ D'Andrea. I'm a social media manager, and welcome to the Monday Mindset. This is a series where we get introduced and have conversations with creators, business owners, and just cool people in general. And the purpose of this is to create value, to learn things, and just discuss topics in general. Today, I had the opportunity to talk with barber and barbershop owner, Erwin Navarro. He owns two barbershops that go by the name of Quality Studios, and he was somebody that got into business very young. So to keep the intro short, let's get right into the video, and let's start with the introduction.
What's going on, everyone? I'm Erwin Navarro. Come check out the shop. Guys, so welcome to the shop. This is Quality Studios for you guys. This is my second barbershop here in Crest Hill. There's a little walkthrough. There's 12 barbers in here. Barbershops, barbers, the hair industry. A lot of us tend to unite, end up like being like a brotherhood. So this is my station. This is what I use to cut hair every day. My everyday soldiers, these never fail, right? My hitters and shavers. A variety of products from Quality Studios. You can see our hair shampoos, our paste clay for a stronger hold and matte look. We actually sold out of our wax clay, which was our pretty popular product, and our sea salt.
One of the most interesting things that I think you said to me was that you started cutting hair when you were 14 years old.
So cutting hair at
right?
14, yeah.
Wow, man. It's like, what was that like?
So my first haircut was on my dad, you could say. But like my legit, like random, like person, I was at the shop at 14. And it was scary, dude, you know, because like I didn't know like you gotta go to barber school, you gotta go get licensed. Just you cut someone, you can spread diseases and whatnot.
Yeah.
So it was pretty big, right?
How did you get into it at 14, if I could ask?
I was always really picky with my hair. So I had curls, right? Under the hat, I have curls. And I wanted blowouts, right? And in Chicago, they do like crazy blowouts under like 15, 10, 20 minutes. And over here, it's like an hour or like a taper, and they don't blow it out. You know, I was looking for like this flare, and people would just either do it like an undercut or disconnect it and whatnot, right? So I got into it with these three guys. These three guys were named Erwin, Magic, and Shorty. They were it was called Barbarian Lounge on Plainfield Road.
Oh, nice.
So the funny thing was, I got my haircut right by Magic, and back in the day, I was paying like 20 bucks, 25 bucks. So then he hits me. I was keeping in mind, I was like 14, right? 14, 13.
Yeah, right? Young.
Yeah, and he goes, oh, it's 35. I'm like, man, like, I only got a dub on me, bro. Like, what do I do? Like, my mom's not here, I ain't got extra. He goes, man, I don't know what to tell you. And then Erwin, which was my uncle's barber, he was like, oh, well, sweet for it, bro, sweet for it. You know, I was all right, cool, I'll sweep for it. So I started sweeping for it. He goes, all right, you know, just have a seat on the couch, you play whatever. He took care of me, right? He's like, play on the PS3, or he goes, you can clean the fish tank. So I was like, cool. I'm like, yo, like, is it cool if I do this often and get my haircut, pay my haircut off of this? That way I don't got pay for my haircut. And they're like, yeah, that's cool. And then I slowly started getting into cutting hair.
Yeah.
And Platinum Phaser is this woman named Anna.
Yeah.
And she was basically telling me like, oh, how much you can make cutting hair, like, oh, you this and that, woo, woo. And I go home and tell my mom, like, Mom, like, she said, like, she can make this and this and this. My mom didn't believe her at first. She's like, nah, like, it can't, it's not true, like, she can't. The next time we go get my haircut, she goes down and talks to, is it true, like, how, like, you make this amount? She's like, oh, yeah, it's true, like, think about it. I charge 30 bucks, 25 bucks times 40 people.
Oh, wow.
Like, imagine that within the week.
Yeah.
So then it was like, all right, cool, it's done and done. I'm on to barber school.
Now, getting from that, you were cutting hair at 14, but if I remember correctly, you also started your first barber studio young, too. How old were you when you started that?
So I started my first shop at 17, 18, and then I opened up here from like 20 to 20, 21, 22.
Yeah.
I barely turned 22, so from 20 to 21, I opened here, and 20 and 19, I was at my Joliet location.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was a long process for sure. It was hard, a lot of hard work.
Yeah.
Early days, you know, late nights.
Yeah. You know, there's not a lot of people that could comprehend what a business is at 18, let alone 17, like all these ages. How were you able to kind of learn the game enough to still be here today? It's hard. I mean, I was at 21 learning a lot of stuff, and like I've had ups and really bad downs too. You know what I mean?
Definitely keeping up with that. You know, ball and chain. It's always moving, so you gotta keep up with the trend, right? Especially now with social media.
Yeah.
When I started, it wasn't cool, bro. Like I literally had people be like, "Yo, like grow up, get a real job, or go do this, or go do that, or you can't be with such and such if you're gonna be doing this." I was like, "All right, cool, screw y'all. You know, whatever. I'm gonna own this, and I'm gonna have this." And it's literally that manifestation where like you speak it into existence. Where if you know, I want to do this, I'm gonna do this. This is gonna happen. Dude, it happened.
Yeah.
And even though there's scary things that happens, you know, especially being that young, bro. Like people could hit you with like, oh, you messed me up, or even business-wise, people that are older than you, you know, because I'm out here, you know, renting out booth rents, and they're like, oh, well, why should I come work for you, or this and that? What do you offer? And they're like, dude, I'm good.
I think there's always going to be a chip on your shoulder. You know, being young in business, it's the same case with me. Just because you're young, people always want to have this assumption that, oh, you know, inexperienced, or I can get in over on this person because of your age or anything. But I know there's a lot of people that are getting into the barber game right now. Like, there's a lot of, it's becoming very oversaturated now. If it wasn't cool then, it's extremely cool now,
I guess.
But what is the biggest mistakes you see most of these barbers making right now?
I think their common mistake would be sticking around, dude. Definitely sticking around, even when it's slow days or good days, because you're gonna get hit with the slower days at first, just like anybody would, you know. You start a new job, you're not gonna get high-paying salary off the bat, you know. It's all within time. So I feel like barbering, essentially, it's your own business. It's your own thing.
100%.
As much as you able to type on your phone, it should be like able to talk to people in person, dude. Like you gotta have that initiative where like if I get that one walk-in that comes in, if I get him for sure, I know he's gonna come back, dude. But what's the difference between me, the barber next to me? The barber next to me won't greet him, won't have a conversation, won't even have a consultation about the haircut. They'll be like, what do you want? Oh, just short here, boom. And then it's in and out, you know? There's no connection. Sometimes I feel like there's connections in between as well. Where I feel like, or that barber, dude, they don't make that connection. Because it starts with that mindset where like, oh, I'm just here to do my rep. Or I'm just here to learn and then just get out. Where essentially it's to build. So
I feel like building a business is very crucial.
Definitely.
Right? I think, you know, there's a lot of people that are joining the entrepreneurial world, but it's very confusing, I feel like. It's like, I think barbers, real estate agents, like these people, like even insurance agents, videographers, I feel like so many people are entering this realm and they don't realize that it's still your business. You're joining a brokerage.
Even real estate agents, you know, you're in a brokerage, right? You still gotta make your own hustle and find those deals, right?
They can't work harder than you.
Exactly.
They can't work harder than you know what I mean? So it's like, it's confusing because like obviously some situations will set you up more than others, but there'll probably always be a fee for that. You're your own business person. Nobody's gonna wake you up in the morning and tell you.
No, and that's exactly my point. Like, what initiative do you have? Because like, if you're here to just do my rep, practice, well, dude, I'm here at 5 a.m., 6 a.m. You know, and I've taught people. This is the crazy thing about it. So straight out of college, right? He's 25 years old, straight out of college. He was going for some CAT constructive, like concrete architecture, whatever it was, right? It was big machinery, whatever. And he dropped out of college. And he comes in, he goes, dude, I've been cutting hair for 2 years. So I'm like, oh, cool, you're an experienced barber. All right, cool. So he comes in and does, you know, his first walk-in, right? Now I'm out here looking at it, dude, and he's like straight just jagging it. Jags that poor guy's haircut, dude. I'm like, Jesus. 2 years? He was, 2 years and a few months. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm like, maybe you need a little bit of practice, right? And he brings his cousin along too, and his cousin was like, oh yeah, I've been cutting hair at my crib. I've been cutting hair for like a year or so. I mean, he was good. I'll give him that. He was good. And but this guy, dude, he asked me, he's like, yo, dude, like straight up, like I lied. I have no experience. But I want to be as busy as you. What can I do? I'm like, if you can't cut, make them laugh. If you can't cut, make them laugh. And have a conversation, dude, connect with him, and dude, that's what he did. He built so much charisma, dude, where people were just coming back, and they're like, man, keep practicing, bro. I'm gonna come back just cause I like talking to you, dude.
Dude, that's...
And it was like, and I'm like, bro, wake up. Those people that go call you from Amazon, or call you from truck driving. Hey, I'm coming at 5 a.m. Like I need a haircut. Do it, bro. You know, and if you don't have a demand, then don't overcharge. And charge your regular price. Do it at 5 a.m. and just keep doing it for like a month straight and watch. And he kept doing that, bro. And I kid you not, within like the 6 to 8 months of him cutting hair, he was making over like 6 figures, dude.
That's crazy. So just people forget that aspect, right? You gotta be charismatic.
It was insane. It's even a longer story, dude. And long story short, bro, this guy built charisma and just kept hustling, just kept passing cards. Bro, his haircuts weren't the best, dude. But I kid you not, now he's a beast. Now he's a beast, and he's driving like a 2023 Honda Type R, Honda Civic Type R.
Dude, that's awesome.
It's like a $70,000 car or over that, you know. So it's like, dude, that's pretty decent, bro, for like a college dropout, literally zero experience, and within the year.
Yeah, dude, no, that's an awesome story. You want to hear more stories like that, you know. But I feel like a lot of the stories probably, you know, they get pushed down just because being entrepreneurial is hard. What's something you know now that you wish you would have knew when you were younger, starting the business?
Controlling stress. I feel like people look into things a lot deeper than what it really is.
Yeah. Like, what do you do to manage your stress when you get it?
Honestly, dude, that's something I still struggle to this day.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you can't do much, but it's like, definitely look at different point of views.
Yeah.
I try not to keep any high expectations. Where like, it's something you're just gonna have to go through. For sure.
Like, what's the best advice you could give them? Because I think you have a lot to share after you've seen it for so long, right?
Yeah. Expect slow days. Being an entrepreneur, expect not to make money like your first year.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna make any money. It's definitely building more of a network, and then once you hit, dude, like it hits. Yeah. You know, if you could build something, build it. But if you gotta work through your connections and work longer, it's nothing wrong with that. You know, definitely work with connections, but you're gonna like have slow days, dude. But honestly, it's just grinding. It's who's the strongest.
Yeah.
It's who could survive. Some people get that anxious. We're like, oh, dude, I'm supposed to make $100 a day, or I'm supposed to make this. Have that quota. Where it's hard to tell, dude. And I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's been a good conversation, man. I think we dropped like a lot of gems. I mean, we got a lot of stuff in. Guys, again, this is Erwin, Quality Studios. Make sure you check them out. 2 locations. We're at the Crest Hill one right now. Brother, I appreciate you for letting me do the show with you.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
This is awesome, man. I mean, I really think that there's a lot of good stuff. And
hopefully
I always say
we do a second one with a little bit more decorations and whatnot. It's barely our first year here.
Yeah,
so we don't even have a long time. So
yeah, 100%. No, man, I'm sure they'll tap in. And if they want to tap in with you, I'm gonna drop the socials right here.